dealing with parents is they don't even want to try. I don't know if you've ever seen a FAFSA. You know what a FAFSA is?
Financial assistance.
It's like doing your taxes. Why on earth would you want to do your taxes over again, basically, if you're not going to get financial aid, right? So, I talk a lot about that just because it is an issue. I'll give you some examples of families that, in fact, were not going to get financial aid regardless, but we filled out a FAFSA anyway, and it was a good thing because in order to get financial aid, you have to have one filled out. So, I'm talking about where the funds are available, how much money is available total. We'll go over, we'll talk about the FAFSA, we'll talk about the profile. I'll give you all some strategies, and if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to ask. So, let me get started real quick. The college, and you guys have you been pricing schools?
A little bit, yes.
What are y'all seeing as far as the cost is concerned?
Well,
MIT was 50,000.
Yeah, MIT is 53 actually.
Yeah.
MIT is 53.
Well, basically all the top Ivy League schools are about 50 thereabouts, and then you jump down to Rice, which is on our list, so we're talking about 40. And then you get down to the UT, you're probably looking at 20. Yeah.
And it's important. That's what the first thing here, COA. If I say that, you know what that means?
Cost of attendance.
Cost of attendance, that's right. And what a lot of parents make the mistake of, and in fact in the news you hear it all the time as well, they talk about tuition. We're going to freeze tuition. Tuition's gone up this much. Tuition is a third to a quarter sometimes of the cost of college. Now the private school tuition's a larger portion. Like MIT, for instance, tuition's almost half. But the important to know that even if they freeze tuition, like they're saying, Governor Perry's back on we need to freeze tuition, and it's kind of funny. The reason why tuition, cost of attendance has gone up so rapidly, and it really didn't start to rise until about 2001. I mean, it's been a huge expense, but when we were in college, did y'all go to college in the States?
I did. Yeah.
I paid $12 a credit hour. Now it's $600 a credit hour. And that's tuition, but fees, even at Texas A&M, fees are $2,300 a year. $2,300. I mean, I complained about the $25 fee. It was a library fee, and I knew I wasn't going to use the library. So, kidding. But it's $25 fee, and now $2,500. And what are you going to do? Really and truly, what are you supposed to do? So, you guys have obviously done some research, and that's good. For the purposes of tonight's class, I'm going to use 40 for a private school. That's about the average in Texas. Baylor's 38 and Rice is 42. And I mean, if you're looking at private TCU, SMU, those guys, they're all right around the $40,000 a year range. And then for a state school, I'm going to use 20, which admittedly is a little low. I mean, I've been doing this workshop now for about 4 years. When I started, we were using 20. It's kind of gone past that a little bit, but I'm still going to use 20 because the math is just easier to do. And when I'm in front of a group, I don't do math well. So. Makes me nervous. So, a couple of things that you need to know right off the bat. Obviously, you found the restrooms are right across the way. Feel free, to avail yourselves of one of the facilities without having to ask. Cell phones don't bother me either.